All right, we're recording. Thank you very much
All
again, Paige,
right.
for being here. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, good morning, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Paige Goodnight. I'm the Community Programs Coordinator at It's Time Texas, and I work with the Community Challenge. So today I'm here to kind of walk through just about what the challenge is and then show a little bit of a sneak peek to the app screenshots for those of you who haven't already joined. And then I'm going to also walk through registration and then talk a little bit about how to access the app and log in after that. So I'm going to get started. So the community challenge is a free 8-week health and wellness challenge across the state of Texas. I know the city of Smithville has been competing for years now and doing very well. We've had them as winners. So typically there's a great response from the city of Smithville and the community across the board. So it is 100% free to register. We do have a gear package registration option this year where you can pay $30 for registration and receive our community challenge swag. So that's a t-shirt and a mask this year. And basically the goal behind the community challenge is just to see who can demonstrate their commitment to healthy living. And we do have recognition for our schools as well as winning communities. It is still going on, so it will run through February 28th, which means this is a great time to register. If you still haven't, you can still earn points for Smithville as a community and join in as far as the employer challenge goes for the city of Smithville. So how it works is you register online at ittcommunitychallenge.com. Once you've registered, we do request about 24 to 48 hours because we have to go in and add you to the account, but you can still take photos of your activities and upload them once you have access to the app. So once you've registered, you download the app and you're able to log in. And then once you've logged in, you'll be able to track your healthy activities. You'll take photos of your healthy activity. It can be a selfie, but it doesn't have to. These can be like a picture of the trail or the sidewalk you're walking on, or a screenshot if you have like a Fitbit, screenshot of your activity on your Fitbit or your Apple Watch device. And also you can do your healthy pledges. You can print those out, sign them, and take a photo. Water consumption, take a picture of your healthy meals, all of those fun things. And then just by participating and completing those healthy activities, you'll be entered to win our weekly prizes. So that's the fun part, the possibility of winning prizes. We are giving out 5 per week this year, so the odds are even better. So now that I've kind of talked about what the community challenge is and how it works, let's talk about some of the cool features on the new app. So you can report and share your healthy activities. On the left-hand side here, you'll see the option, what it looks like to report your activities. You have the option to press report only, which will allow you just to submit the photo to earn points, or you can click share with your community. And we actually have a community feed this year, so you can see what other people are posting in your community. I believe it's a 75-mile radius of your location. And then you can list, create your own title and description. You'll select your activity type. So this was one of my healthy breakfasts. Click that and then you report. And then on the right side, you'll see a photo of the community feed. So this is just other people, what they're doing, keeping that social connection going on during this time is really important. And if you'll notice, there is a little high five section. This is basically the community challenge version of a like. So you can hit high five to kind of encourage other people on the healthy actions that they're doing. So that is a new feature as well. At the bottom of the screen, of the app screen, you'll see all the different features. We have the home feature, community, there's your report button in the middle, challenges, and then discover. And then we have the ability to track your progress within the app. So this middle screen here is, it looks like we have a question. Yeah. Thanks, Jill. The middle screen here is your dashboard. So this is on your home page. You'll see your challenge points, which are the points that you earn for submitting your healthy activities. You can see the number of high fives you've given and received. as well as destination points. So you can find in the Discover feature, I'll hop into that in a minute, but you can find local parks and trails around you where you can check in to earn destination points, which will be relevant for some of our mini challenges. And then we also have the group activities option. So this is specifically for in-person socially distanced activities. These are group activities. You can go to the location and check in as well. You can RSVP in the Discover feature. And for virtual group activities, we actually have that as an option for an activity type within the app. So that's how you track those virtual activities. On either side, you'll see the leaderboards. So on the left side is your community leaderboard. So you have the My Community tab based on your community size. Smithville would be extra small. And you'll see everyone in your community. Then on the right side, we have the leaderboard for all of the individual or also communities within your community size category. So this is the medium size category, but you'll see all of the other ones and how your community relates. Next, we have the Discover feature that I mentioned earlier. We can find healthy activities and destinations. So you can use the map feature here at the top to see those parks and trails represented by the little tree icons. You'll also see some socially distanced in-person activities as well represented. It's like a little blue running man. And then on the right-hand side, you'll see the list feature, which shows every activity that is available on the Community Challenge app. So this is in-person socially distanced or virtual. So for instance, here you'll see that this is actually one of It's Time Texas's.
Yes, you can. I need you to look up an address for me if
virtual activities. It'll say virtual and then the type of activity. So those are kind of the sneak peeks at the app. Some other cool features that we have is we do have the ability to compete in small teams of up to 6 people, so with your family and friends. If you're already registered and you'd like to join a team, you can always reach out to our support email at support@ittcommunitychallenge.com. I have that at the end of my slideshow, and I know Jill also has that, I believe. If not, I can also share that. And then we also have weekly mini challenges. So these are just different activities per week. This week is to post your healthy activities on your community feed and get 15 high fives this week. So essentially what happens with those mini challenges is something to give you to focus on for that week. And then if you complete the mini challenge, you're entered in for an entry as a prize winner. So you have that possible additional entry for a prize. And then we also have Apple Health and Google Fit integration. So these are apps that are common on iPhones and Androids. So those can be directly integrated with the app. As I mentioned before, we do have the registration with flag option. We do have fundraising options where people can create their own fundraiser in support of ITT. And then different reminders and push notifications within the app, as well as the connections to our free health coaching and virtual exercise classes at It's Time Texas. So these are available on our resources section in the app. So those are some fun, cool features. Do we have any questions at this moment before we hop into registration? I'd love to get those answered.
It's easier to ask than to chat. On the Discover, when we go to one of the parks and check in to one of the locations, it shows up in the activity report as I get 100 points, and then it also says community challenge points. So by checking into those parks, are we getting an extra set of points for the community?
So the check-ins are only going towards the destination points. Your healthy activity, you can earn by posting a photo at that destination. So say you're going for a walk at the park, that's the way you can earn for that. And the destination points kind of go towards those mini challenges. I know we have 2 different destination mini challenges, but that's a great question. Any other questions? feel free to put them in the chat or take yourself off mute. I'm open to both. All right, if we don't have any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the registration process. If any questions do come up, you can reach out to our support email at support@ittcommunitychallenge.com. We also have an option to contact us directly in the app. If you go to your little menu button at the top of the left-hand side of your screen, under, I believe it's Contact Us, you can directly contact us through the app. So let me go ahead and exit out of this. One second. I thought I had it pulled up. There it is. Okay, so this is our website at ittcommunitychallenge.com. I will, oh, it looks like, let me reshare. There we go. Is everybody seeing the registration website now? Perfect, thank you. So I'll give everybody a moment to hop on this really quickly if you haven't. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start walking through. So this is the home website. What you'll need to do, there's two options. You can either click register today at the top or right here. And it'll take you to the registration page. So as I mentioned, there's the standard option or the registration for the gear package. Because the registration for the gear package is basically the same thing, but it has just a little bit extra, I'm going to go ahead and show you all that one. Oh, sorry, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties. We had our power out last night. I'm not sure if that was the same in Smithville, but I know a lot of people in Austin and the Round Rock area did. So we're still trying to reboot from that.
So we have 13 people on the line right now, Paige. So we're too
That's
shy. If anybody else on the line can, I think Ashley said she's not feeling well today, but she's sending Alexis. So Alexis should be joining us. That would be 14 people. And then we just need one more, right? And Paige, do you count as one, or do we need one extra on top of you being here?
I think I can count for this purpose.
We appreciate that. Thank you. We're
Of
getting there.
course.
So if anyone can send out a text and forward that Zoom link, that would be great. Thanks.
Try this again. I apologize, everyone. Are y'all able to access the website on your end? I believe it's just my internet connection right now, and it's not being so friendly. Let's see.
I'm able to access it at my end.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I think it might just be my computer right now. 1 second as I, oh, maybe it's gonna work for me.
Paige, do you want me to share my screen? You could.
Yeah, I think that might be better, just so we can go through it.
Okay.
Thanks, Jill. I'll stop sharing.
Okay. How's that?
All right, great. So if you can click on register today.
Okay.
And then you'll scroll down to either the standard registration, or we could do the registration gear package just so we can see everything.
Okay.
And then click on click to register. And again, for those of y'all who want to do the standard, please feel free to do that. So then you'll put in your name, your email address, phone number. If you prefer, you can do your gender and racial ethnicity. Set a goal on the right-hand side, age group. And then for community, you want to make sure you select Smithville or the community that you'd want to represent, which I believe in this case, it would be mostly Smithville. And if you work in one community and live in another, it's totally up to you to see which one that you would like. There's also a auto-populate feature, Jill, so if they type in, they should be able to start typing Smithville and it should populate.
Oh, gotcha.
Just so they don't, oh, maybe that's not the case with the communities. Thought it was. But you'll select Smithville. Perfect. And then for the school district sub-challenge, if there is a school district that you'd like to represent, so if you'd like to represent Smithville ISD, you can select yes. And then start typing Smithville, and then click on Smithville ISD. Same with the school, you can start typing the school that you would like to represent. You don't have to select to represent a school. If you just prefer to select Smithville, that's fine. If you have children who are, or any relatives that are in multiple schools, unfortunately, you can only pick one at this time. So yeah, either click the elementary school, high school, junior high, either one. And then for the city of Smithville, y'all are a part of the employer organization sub-challenge, so you'd select yes, and then you would select city of Smithville from the employer list. And this one I believe is, oh, you can start typing, or there's right there, perfect. And then below that is the team sub-challenge. So this is what I mentioned before with 6 members or less. You can either create your own team by selecting, yes, I want to create a new team. And what this will do is it'll give you the option to share your team name. So Jill, if you could type in like a team name, just for example. It will give you the option to add additional members. So you'll need to have the email addresses for those members. And then every time you add a new one, it'll give you an option to add the next for a total of 5. So what this will do is it will send an email to these individuals and they'll get a link to register. It's the same registration form. So what they'll need to do is, instead of clicking, I want to create a team, Jill, if you could scroll up, you'd say, yes, I was invited to a team, and then just need to copy and paste the team name into there. And then if you didn't want to participate as a team, you just select no. And then the last thing on the standard registration would be to, how did you hear about the community challenge? So there's different options. It could be through word of mouth, city or government, just whatever option best suits you. And then for the swag package, you have the option to pick your t-shirt size, and then input your credit card information for that, and then we'll ship that. So it'll have your address so we know where to ship it to, and then you'll press submit. But as I mentioned before, on the standard registration, it stops at the how did you hear about us, and you'll press submit. So that's for just.
I didn't fill it out, so did you want me to?
Yeah. No.
Then let's do it. Should I just do should I re-register? I don't know. Do you want me to go through and hit, because if I hit submit, I didn't put any.
No, I would, for this purpose, I don't think we need to hit submit since you're already registered. This is just to show everybody. You can press submit once it's done. And then as far as the app goes, Once you register for the community challenge, you'll receive an email saying, we've received your registration, basically your confirmation email, and it'll tell you it takes about 24 to 48 hours just to get uploaded. Again, like I mentioned, you can always take your photos of your healthy activities on your phone until you do have access, and then start uploading them as soon as you get on there. And then once you get on the app, to get on the app, we should be sending you a link, but you can also visit the Apple App Store or Google Play Store for Androids, and just search ITT Community Challenge, and it'll pop up. You'll download the app, and then it will give you the option to input the email address you registered with. So make sure it is the correct email address. As long as you've gotten a confirmation you have registered, and if you get a notification saying that you haven't, more than likely you still haven't been added to the app. So no need to re-register if you've gotten a confirmation email. Once you put in your email, we will give you an option to create your own password, and then you'll be able to log in and access the app from there. Any questions this far?
Was anyone able to go ahead and log on and do the register right now? Or anybody have any questions about the process at all?
And I was going to say, I know when I first tried to log in, my phone was kaput, so it wouldn't accept the app. It wouldn't accept any more functions. Once I got a new phone, I was able to log in right away. I downloaded the app and it allowed me to log in. I know some other people have had difficulty logging in, and it may mean you have to refresh the app or update the app after you download it to get it to work.
Yeah, with this being the first year of the Community Challenge app, we've obviously been doing some updates throughout the challenge. So we have been trying to improve any issues that have happened as we're going. So we have had several new updates on the app since we started. So just always make sure that you have the most updated version of the app for the best experience.
Paige, I do have a question about that. So if I've been having trouble with like the map when I am close to a location physically, the map on the app says I'm about 6 or 8 blocks away. So I've been reluctant to re-upload, like to delete it and re-upload it because I don't want to lose the points. So is that going to be a problem?
So the points are directed or connected to your email address. So if you delete the app and re-upload it, it won't change your points as long as you're logging in with the same email address. So that's a great question. As far as the location goes, what type of device are you using?
It's just an Apple.
Okay, yeah, so you may need to check in your location settings on the app. There is an option under the Community Challenge app location settings to have a precise location. If that's on, that should solve that problem if you toggle that on. So just to pinpoint potentially what that could be. But if not, if you're still having issues, please feel free to reach out to our support email and we'd love to take a look at it further.
Okay, so under settings, right? I would go to settings. Maybe that.
Settings on your phone.
Yeah, on the phone, right?
Yeah, on your Apple settings, not the challenge
gotcha.
app settings. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All great questions. Anybody else have a question for me while I'm here today?
You did get up to 16 people. Thank you all.
Sure. I was just gonna ask Paige if you could go over the community pledge process. You can find the pledge on the website and you can print it. You can take a picture of yourself with it. And it's one of the activities that you can report on your app is a picture of your community pledge, and you can get points for that. So let's all take that community pledge as individuals.
Absolutely. Thank you for bringing that up, Judy. Yes, so it is available on our resources in the app. I know some people are a little more tech savvy and can figure out a way to sign it on your phone. I'd rather print it and sign it. So you can go on our website under resources, print it out, sign it, and take a photo of it, upload it and report it as a healthy activity. There is different options under activity type. You can do a community member pledge. You can do there's mayor pledges. I know there's city council pledges. There's also like school leaders and different types. So essentially pick whichever one you most identify with, sign it, and then post it, and you can get 100 points as well. It's essentially our pledge is saying that you're pledging to promote the community challenge and the idea of health within your community and encourage others to, make those healthy choices and complete those healthy activities as well. Anything else? All right. Well, thank you so much for having me today. I think, Jill, if you want to take it from here and maybe have people come together for some kind of fun, healthy activity. If any other questions come up, feel free to reach out. I will put in the chat, it's support@ittcommunitychallenge.com. That's our support email, and we can answer any questions anybody has about the community challenge there.
Well, thank you so much, Paige. We really appreciate your time and helping to walk everybody through the program, especially since it's so different having to use the app this year. So, but that's I like the app a lot better. I don't know if you've had any feedback on that, but it just makes it a lot easier to manage it.
Thank you. I'm definitely glad. We've had some mixed feedback, but overall, I feel like people find it a bit more simpler once you get on there and get going. But if anything else comes up, feel free to let me know. I am going to hop off here if there aren't any other questions and let y'all have y'all time. But thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Paige. We appreciate you.
Right.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Y'all have a great day.
You too. Thank you. Stay warm.
Bye, Paige. Thank you.
So what Paige said is that if we wanted to count this registration event as also as a healthy meeting, she in the chat, if you look at the chat, I put in what she had written. So we could have a fun, healthy activity after her portion is wrapped up. So great opportunity to earn points for the challenge. Something we can all do from our desks, like having everybody take turns sharing what the favorite healthy activity is or tips for how they're staying active safely during COVID. And also she sent me links. This one here is to chair exercises. And this one here is to a guided meditation. And so first I wanted to just make sure there were a bunch of people who kind of came on a little bit late. So I wanted to make sure that everybody is clear on how to register. Did anybody who came in late or may have had questions and didn't want to ask Paige, was everybody able to get on to register? Can I see thumbs up or something?
And I'll also, if anybody is getting stuck, stop by the library when we're open and we can help you. Megan just had to step away to help somebody with their phone now. So we do have experience in helping people with technical things.
Okay, great. I got a thumbs up from Jennifer. So thank you, Jennifer. Appreciate it. Okay, and like Judy said, if anybody has any questions, you can reach out to her or me, or I guess I think city manager may have some helpful tips at this time as well. And certainly, if there's anybody needs any help with any of it, just let us know.
Okay,
Thank you.
document your water consumption. That's an easy one to do every morning. Awesome. I tried to find a space for bourbon, but there wasn't anyone there I could find to take care of it for.
Healthy snack.
Yeah. Low carb.
And follow up on what Robert said, get your water consumption. A lot of my points have come from just taking pictures of things that I'm doing anyway, that I first thing in the morning, I drink a glass of water. I've always done that. Now during the It's Time Texas Community Challenge, I take a picture of it. I didn't used to do that part. The same, I have an apple every morning for breakfast, and so I just take a picture of it.
What are the max points that we can claim in a day? Anyone? Maxed out?
1,000. You get
1,000?
10 posts per day for points. Yes.
Wow. Can you have like 4 water consumptions, or you try to?
Yes,
spread
it can
out?
be any. So yeah, so it's easy to do. This cold weather may be scaring a few people away from walking, but you can go to 4 city parks in a 20-minute walk if you want to, and you can log in at each one, and each time you check into a city park, that is 100 points. That's an activity post. So there's no reason not to stop by some of these city parks. The Bark Park, Railroad Park, and Veterans Memorial Park are all within a few blocks of each other. So you can just take a walk around that block and get 300 points right away. So I would encourage everybody to do that. Although, like I said, today is a little cold.
That's great. Yeah, thank you, Judy. Does everybody had a chance to take a look at the app, or are there any questions about what she showed us a little bit about the app, but until you kind of get it on your own phone, it's kind of, it's a little harder to really figure out what to press to get to where you need to go. And again, if you have questions about that, we've got almost 3 weeks left. We're still number 1, so we're still doing pretty well. But a couple of years ago, Liberty Hill leapfrogged us for a couple of weeks or something. I can't remember. And so, we don't want to. If we do want to get bragging rights again this year, we want to try to keep that up and get as many points as we can.
So to that point, Jill, how do we get points for this meeting?
So
Today.
first of all, I have to upload the flyer. There's a space on the website where I go to upload the flyer for the event, and I'll send the picture of, I took a screenshot of all of us being on at the same time to show that there were 15 participants. So we'll get the, I can't remember if it's 5 or 10,000, Judy, do you remember? I keep thinking
10,000.
10,000 points for that. And then if you, as individuals, what you'd have to do is just do something. She said we could, she said if we spend just a few minutes, like she said here in the chat, she said, share a favorite healthy activity or tips that we can do, we can claim this under, I'm not sure what we would claim it under if we're just.
Already been done. We've already talked about it. Water consumption, apples. So
Yeah.
We're good.
So I'm just looking to see what we
I'm
would.
out. I gotta go.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank
Okay.
you. Appreciate it.
Keep
Thank you.
logging. Let's win this thing again.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. So does anybody else have any questions, or anybody else want to talk about what they're doing for healthy activities over during COVID, or want to take a look at this YouTube video? I can share it.
I do want to say one thing about the nice thing is that you don't have to be in the picture that you're taking this year. If you're going to post a selfie, you don't have to look good because you're just sending it to the ITT. You don't have to share it with the community. And you can also just take a picture of your cup of water. You don't have to be in the thing drinking it like it was in past years. So if you're shy about either sharing it with the community or being in a selfie, then that they've taken care of that this year because they recognize that not everybody likes to have their face on the screen.
So now, and what I just did was I took a picture of us. Here, I'll show you. Well, I guess, and I'm posting it under other. You see that? So that's how so I think that would be fine. We get to get the picture. There's the picture
I
of.
just did that too.
And then when you have, so I'm just doing report only, activity type other, and then you press the report. And it'll take a minute and it says that I've got it. So there you go. So if you all are interested in just taking a quick shot of the screen to show all of us on the screen and talking about our healthy activities.
Participating in an activity, that's good. And we also have the rec center that has opportunities for you to, there's a flash, for you to get involved in activities, exercise, things like that. They've got the gym. The library has lots of books for, and I'll save that one for last because it's funny. Lots of cookbooks. This one is vegetarian. I've got activity books, the key poses of yoga. So if you want to get involved in yoga, we have exercise books. We have the healing power of plants and some medicinal herbal books. Specialized cookbooks. This one is a diabetic cookbook. We also have several keto cookbooks and who knows, different countries and stuff like that. And this one is Eat Yourself Healthy, which I laugh about sometimes, especially yesterday, since it was too nasty to go outside and walk, that I could eat my way through my 1,000 points or drink water through the 1,000 points. You can take a picture of a healthy snack. So I had some nuts here. I took a picture of it. So you can eat yourself through the It's Time Texas Community Challenge as long as they're healthy things.
That's a good point. Thanks, Judy. So, and I know.
That is my kind of exercise, Judy. Thank you for pointing that out.
So, and I know it's saying Ashley, but I think it's Alexis on the call. Alexis, if you wanted to talk a little bit about what the rec center has, what kinds of things that if we haven't been to the rec center recently, what kind of things we can expect there?
And Tracy might have her hand raised too. I can't tell her. No, maybe, never mind. That was just my cursor. Sorry, Tracy.
Okay, maybe not right yet. But anyway,
Okay.
there's a lot of things going on at the rec center always.
Yeah.
Okay, does anybody else want to have any questions or want to chat any more about what we can do?
I have
Where
one
during this
question.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, this may have been covered. I had to step away for a moment to take a phone call. But when you're on your phone in your private reporting area, how do you get to the part of the system that has all the community stats in it?
I
Or
can help
can
with
you-
that. Okay. I'm logging in my activity right now. So while I'm waiting for that, whoops.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm not
I've
muted.
got mine. This is right.
Okay. If you click on challenges,
Okay.
and it will bring up community challenge or mini challenge for the week.
Oh, okay.
Click on community challenge and you'll see all the leaders in the community at the time.
Oh, got
If
it.
Right. If you click on all, it'll take you to all the communities and the standing of all the communities.
Okay. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. Smithville.
Okay.
I got it. Thank you.
And you can also look at our status as an employer. And I believe we're right around 34, 35 in the employer status. If you look at the school district, our Smithville Independent School District is now in 3rd place, but I would count them in 2nd place because the leader apparently just registered every student, but then they haven't done activities. So they got 1,000,000 points right off the top and then haven't done anything to support the challenge. They may still do that, but our school district is in 3rd place and closing in on La Feria, but I don't know if they'll be able to catch them.
Okay, I have one more question. When I registered myself, I did not list the city of Smithville as my employer. Can I go back and do that?
What you'll need to do is contact that support, that the URL that you gave for a support, and just let them know, and they'll get it in from the backside of it. So they'll,
Oh, okay.
if you email it, so support@ittcommunitychallenge.com.
Right.
just
Yeah.
contact them and then they'll do it for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I think Robert needs to do that too, because he hasn't shown up in the employer list. So if you tell him that, Jill.
Great. Okay. April, did you have a question too?
Yes, I hate to say I came in late, so I need to register the chamber as an employer. And I'm not entirely certain how to do that. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Basically, I don't know if they'll allow that because that was like a pre-registration thing, but if you contact support, there
Oh, okay.
isn't anything online that you can do. You'd have to get basically email somebody and get the information through that person. So you could contact support or possibly even maybe talk to Paige directly and see if she can.
And what's the deadline on this?
Well, the whole thing is over at the end of the month. So there's about,
Okay.
what are we at, like 2-ish weeks?
Yeah,
It is.
Okay.
So, yeah, yeah, right now, I mean, we're doing quite well. So, of course, if they allow it, that would be great. But if they don't allow it, we'll just know better for next year.
Okay. That's fine.
But get all your staff registered, make sure that all the staff are up. And they might be able to register, I don't know if we want to include them in the city as
city employees, that works for me. Maybe the
Well,
mayor has a say. No.
all of the community hosts, are here to support the visitor center. So I think you can certainly put them in there.
Mhm.
I think so. I think it meets the intent, if not
Yeah,
the
there you
letter.
go. There you go.
All right, very good.
Okay, well, I'm glad I was able to log in and get you to 15 people.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Appreciate that very much.
And Mike too, thank
Well, I
you.
recruited Mike also.
Yes.
There you go. Okay, are we good? Are we good?
I think so, unless anyone
think
has any
so.
questions, but thank you all very much. And please do feel free to, they've got lots of resources. They've got all these different health things that you can do, like the chair exercises and the meditation and all the rest of that. They've got a bunch of stuff on their resources page. So please feel free to, if you don't want to go walking, but you want to do chair yoga, that, there's some good stuff to do indoors too. So just get those points. Thank you all very much, and stay hydrated and healthy, and keep up the good work. Thank you all very much for being here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you
everybody.
for coordinating this, Jill.
Yes.
And thank you all for registering, and we'll help you get those points. So take care.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.